Wow, what do I mean? What do I mean? Here's Jesus. We understand the passage when Jesus was in the book, in the Bible, and he had fasted for 40 days. And the Bible tells me that he was tempted 3 times by the devil. Then was Jesus led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. That's the Bible. That's the word in Matthew, the 4th chapter, the very first verse. The devil came and spoke some words to Jesus, and a portion of what the devil said was true. But you got to realize that just because the devil speaks some truth to you, you can't believe it because it's coming from the father of all lies. And he's only telling you a little bit of the truth so that he can get you to believe a bigger and greater lie. What do I mean? He's saying here in that 4th chapter, he says to the Son of Man, he says, if thou be the Son of God, command these stones to be made bread. Now he knows Jesus is hungry. He knows Jesus is desiring to break this fast that he had been on for 40 days. But Jesus took the word and put it back on the devil.
All right.
And he answered him and he said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Didn't satisfy the devil with that. Because the second time that the devil tempted him, he says, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written.
Yeah.
Now listen, the devil is speaking truth. He shall give him angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest any time thy dash thy foot against a stone. The devil is speaking to Jesus, and Jesus realizing that yes, a little bit of what you said, devil, is true, but I can't allow you to deceive me with a greater lie. Jesus responds back to him and says, it is written, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God.
Yes.
Wasn't satisfied with that. The devil then still comes back at him one more time.
Yes.
If thou, look, Jesus, look at we're up here on the pinnacle of this mountain. We're in the top. And look out and see everything that is out there. And if thou will fall down and worship me, I'll give you all of this. Jesus had to answer the devil one more time.
Yes, he did.
But this time he wasn't playing with him.
All right.
See, we have a tendency to play with the devil.
Yeah.
Jesus answered him and said, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. The restriction that the devil was trying to place on Jesus was that if he had done if he had fallen to any one of these temptations, it would have squeezed the life out of him.
Yes. Hold on.
So what is Paul and Silas doing? They're looking at this woman and they're letting the devil know that I'm not going to allow this woman, even though she is speaking the truth. We are men of God. And we are trying to save the people. But because she is saying it, and because she is not of the Lord, we cannot and should not fall prey to believing what it is that this woman is saying. I'm trying to help us to understand that the snake that may be in the grass of your pasture,
All right.
the snake that may be trying to tell you that it is all right to do certain things, that it is all right to act in certain ways, that it is all right to mistreat certain people. The python that has wrapped himself or herself around you is doing nothing but trying to squeeze the life out of you. Help you understand so you recognize what it is you're dealing with and what you're going through.
Yes, sir.
The python's job, once it wraps itself around its prey, the python feels the breathing that the individual does. And every time an individual inhales to get more breath in themselves, the python tightens its grip.
Yes.
Every time the individual inhales to try and gather more air into their lungs, the python squeezes even harder.
Yeah.
And what does that do? It does not allow your lungs to fill to the capacity, and then you get shortness of breath.
Yes, sir.
Python will squeeze, and it will wrap and hold itself around you until you pass out. And then once you have passed out, the python, most snakes eat dead carcasses. A python consumes its carcass once it has passed out. All Satan is trying to do is he's waiting for you to pass out.
Pass out.
You're concerned about what's going on in your life. You've been watching the things that have been happening in your life, and every time it doesn't seem to work out right for you, you try and take a deeper breath and you get yourself upset because it's not exactly the way I wanted to, and you're like, Lord, why? And every time you take a deeper breath, the python constricts. But don't lose hope.
All right.
Don't lose hope. Because I need you to understand how to rid yourself of the python.
All right. Yes, sir.
I got my own self happy preaching this to myself.
Go ahead.
Because, see, I know I'm not the only one
All right.
with the python constricting on me. I'm not the only one going through some issues or going through some problems. I'm not the only one feeling the hurt of why things are not working out the way I've envisioned them. Why are things not happening exactly the way that I've envisioned? Lord, I'm praying to you. Lord, I'm talking to you. Lord, I'm giving you my life. Lord, I'm doing all that I can. Why are things not working out exactly the way that I've planned for them to? The way that you've explained it to me, Lord, and you told me that this is how things are going to occur. You told me that it's going to grow in this manner. You told me that it's going to happen in this fashion. Why is it not happening in this way? Help me, Lord. And every time I take a breath, I can feel the constrictions coming on. I can feel another hurdle that I have to cross. I can see another battle that I'm having to fight. I can feel the pressure that is occurring.
Yes, sir.
And God said, are you of cedar? And I didn't understand it. Am I what? God said, are you of cedar? And I said, Lord, I'm missing it. I don't understand. And I had to go to the Word to find out about the cedar tree.
Right.
Need you to know that cedar will stop a snake in its path.
Yes, he will.
Cedar will stop a snake in its tracks. Cedar, and it's not the wood.
No.
It's not the wood that stops the snake, but it's the oil from the wood. that stops the snake. And I said, well, Lord, what do you mean by that? The oil. And he says, he took me to realizing that a cedar tree, what they will do with a cedar tree, and homes in the South and in the old history of the church, they used to put cedar around the outside of their homes. And what they had to do, when the cedar was placed around the outside of the home, they also had to, the farmer would then go out and he would beat the cedar. And when he would beat the cedar, when you beat the cedar long enough, you put enough pressure on the cedar long enough, it begins to extract or excrete oil. And the snake, a snake when it is slithering, it feels its way with its tongue. And when it is slithering and its tongue hits the oil from the cedar is like poison to the snake. And it will paralyze the snake in its tracks. And when you begin to look at the cedar, God said, I'm only putting pressure on you so that you can excrete oil from your body. And when the oil is excreted from your body, the snake, the python, will loosen its grip. The python will fall from holding you. When you excrete oil, and you got to understand that what is the oil representing? When you excrete the anointing of God, you got to realize that the oil is a reference to the anointing of the Lord. And when you're going through, you can't continue to complain about what it is you're dealing with. You got to be able to talk about the anointing of God. When you're going through, you can't continue to complain about what you're dealing with. You got to begin to talk about the anointing of God. The choir just sung the song and said, the blood still works. So regardless of what you may have heard in the past, the blood still will bring you through. The blood still can help you get over. The blood still can take the enemy. The blood still. The blood still works. So as I'm going through, God was letting me know as you're going through the problem, it's not that the problem is new to me. It's not that I didn't recognize it. My mother told me many times when she was going through her illness, she said to me, she said, don't worry about me, son. She said, because God saw this day before I did. And it's not a surprise to the Lord that I'm going through this. It's not a surprise to the Lord that I'm dealing with this. God saw this before I did. And if God saw it, then he knew how to bring me through it. If God saw it, then he knew how to help me deal with it. If God saw it, then he knew what I should be doing with it. God is a good God. And the church said, Amen.